This is the Padua Podcast Network.
Fragile X-associated tremor ataxia syndrome, and many more. The hits go on. Running a Fever, episode 226, types of dementia. Welcome to Running a Fever. I'm Michael Davis, and this is the podcast about fitness, diet, and medicine. The goal is to live a long, healthy, happy, active life right up to the very end. That's where I'm headed, and if you like that idea, then you're in the right place. We're in the series on dementia, and this is the third in that series. Today we're going to talk about the different types of dementia. And it's nigh on to 5:30 here at the lake. It's another beautiful day. There is a raging storm that hopefully has already passed through. Hurricane Laura. And this part of Arkansas is on the edge of Tornado Alley, but also if you have a powerful enough hurricane coming in from the Gulf, you will see some action up here. But mostly that happens in the southern part of the state, and I know there has been some serious devastation, especially in Louisiana. So I know some people who know some people down there. But that's for now. It's a beautiful morning. Haven't seen any rain at all. Nothing out of the ordinary. All right, so this is the third in our 17-part series on dementia. About 50 million people suffer from dementia worldwide. It is a debilitating disease, but it also may be preventable. So I've set out to learn as much as I can and to bring you along with me. Now, there are many illnesses that can lead to dementia. Definitely more than 20. I recommend that you start at the show notes at runningafever.com/226 because that's where all the links and references will be. Look at those, and those will lead you to more resources. Getting into this, just realize what a kind of a jumbled mess it is in terms of all the sources and destinations that involve dementia somewhere along the way. But today, I'm just going to cover several of the major types so we can better understand the types of conditions that can lead to cognitive impairment, which we sometimes call it. Okay, the first one is Alzheimer's disease. Named after Alois Alzheimer, who first discovered plaques in the brain of a woman who died with dementia. This is the most common type, accounting for somewhere between 60 and 80% of all dementia cases. It is characterized physically by those plaques in the brain, which prevent synapses from communicating. Not only is it the leading cause of cognitive impairment, but it is also the 6th leading cause of death in the United States, where I live. So this is the one you hear the most about because obviously it's most common and it's very serious, and there's still a lot of mystery surrounding it. But it's not the only kind. The second most common is vascular dementia. It's caused by, as the name suggests, blockage of blood vessels preventing delivery of sufficient oxygen to the brain. Onset can be sudden, preceded by a stroke, or gradual, due to a number of successive mild strokes. Some of the, you might see an unsteady gait, walking gait, and problems with urination, which I didn't think of. Problems with urination can signal that a person is suffering from vascular dementia. Other symptoms are similar to most forms of dementia, including confusion, memory loss, slow thinking, and trouble with problem solving. Frontotemporal dementia is really a whole subset of disorders. Anything which causes damage to the nerve cells located in the frontal lobe and the temporal lobe. The frontal lobe is the largest area of the brain. Things like short-term memory, reward processes, planning, motivation. It's some important stuff. Takes place in these areas, and damage can result in radical changes to a sufferer's personality as well. Lewy body dementia. This term includes two subtypes. One of them associated with Parkinson's disease. Very little known about it, though it affects over 1 million people in the United States. Big problems. It's a lot of people. And number 5 on the top 5 list of dementias is mixed dementia. And as the name suggests, people with this type suffer from more than one type of or cause of dementia. Most common is Alzheimer's and vascular, which makes sense, I guess, since they're the top 2 types, most common. And but this, this isn't. It's really just the tip of the iceberg. I will give you just a brief list, and I don't think this is complete by any means. If you want to know more, dig deeper into it. If you or someone you know is experiencing symptoms of dementia, memory loss, problem solving, things like that, they need to kind of look into it. Probably first thing is to see a doctor and look into which of the many of these that might have led to your symptoms, and then treat it accordingly. So here are just a few. Alexander disease, Canavan disease, cerebrotendinous xanthomatosis, dentatorubral pallidoluysian atrophy, epilepsy, fatal familial insomnia, Fragile X-associated tremor ataxia syndrome, glutaric aciduria type 1, Krabs disease, maple syrup urine disease, Niemann-Pick disease type C, neuronal ceroid lipofuscinosis, neuroacanthocytosis, organic acidemias, Pelizaeus-Merzbacher disease, Sanfilippo syndrome type B, and urea cycle disorders. And many more. The hits go on. This topic is huge. And you can see that we have our work cut out for us if we want to have any kind of decent knowledge about this topic to learn about, avoid, help find a cure for this problem. I think it will be worth the effort, though. In the next part, we'll tackle the number one type of dementia, Alzheimer's disease. So stick with me. That's going to be a chore in itself, fitting all that into one episode. For now. So, till then, if you got the fever, keep it. If you don't, catch it. And I will talk to you next time on Running a Fever.